Is this what they want? Well...
If they want war, we'll give them war.
It is time. Spooktober is upon us, and with it comes the Skeleton War. Sharpen your bones because duty calls you back to the battlefront. It is time to get spooky. But before that, I want to go back to the beginning, the very beginning, back to the start of the war, to tell you how all of this came to be. It all started in a world where boys were the dominant species. Everything was controlled by them. Calcium is at an all-time low. Everyone's bones are as weak as paper. But that's all about to change with the introduction of a simple question. Got milk? The fuckboys propaganda was pushed back, replaced with a rallying cry from those who valued their skeletons. And thus, the war changed from a ragtag group of rebels to a global movement by and for skeletons. Now, in the previous video I was talking about the greatest warriors of the skeleton army, but I want to take some time to talk about the foot soldiers of war. They can come from anywhere, including Skyrim, Diablo, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Oblivion, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, You, Toast Arena, Daggerfall, Hyrule, Real Life, Dark Souls, Gungeon, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Your Closet, I Know What You Did, Team Fortress 2, Space, and many more. While these are relatively disposable troops, their contributions should not be ignored. They are the sole reason the skeleton army has been able to hold out so long. While the Skeleton War is primarily a ground conflict, we haven't seen any aerial fighters yet. That's where Skeletron Prime comes in. Hailing from the land of Terraria, this skeleton used his unique ability to fly to drink up lots of calcium clouds to grow into a colossus of a skeleton. This alone could have made him an incredible asset for air support, but when he used his merit on the battlefield, he qualified for cybernetic enhancements that made him nearly unstoppable. This skeleton has 4 gigantic metal arms that he uses to strategically squash fuckboy factories and encampments. The front lines are our first and only line of defense, so we must do everything we can to support it. That's why some argue that the real heroes of war are the engineers, making sure that our bone-based tech is formidable enough to hold the line, and the best of these engineers is undoubtedly Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones got his start from the now famous roller coaster Mr. Bones' Wild Ride, a roller coaster so enticing that even the sharpest boys cannot resist its call. However, the roller coaster is so long it would take several years to complete its wild ride. This cruel ingenuity served him well in the Skeleton Army's R&D division, where he developed everything from giant battle mechs to fuckboy-destroying bioweapons. Without Mr. Bones, the entire army would be half as effective. Last here is the original, the one, the only, spooky, scary skeleton. This skeleton gained quite a bit of popularity before the war, appearing in the music video Spooky Scary Skeletons as his debut. This song went viral and is now one of the first things that come up when you Google skeleton. The Spooky Scary Skeleton became a world-renowned sensation overnight, but when the fuckboys attacked, this Spooky Scary Skeleton didn't hide away in his 17 summer homes, no. He stood up for the spookiness that he cherished and joined the ranks of the Skeleton Army. The music video he was in showcases his unique abilities very well. He's even theorized to be the former skeleton of Mr. Fantastic. This skeleton can change size and reform at will, and unlike Mr. Fantastic, when he stretches, he doesn't become rubbery and fragile. He is still as durable as any skeleton worth half his weight in calcium. This trait allowed him to climb the ranks of the Skeleton Army very fast, and as of now, he is a major general in the Skeleton Army, leading them in the 100-year siege on the fuckboys. Long live the undead.